What's up, guys? We're back with Project Luci, the black GMC Sierra. Yeah, we got upgrades coming for it, but first we got to show you the new face. Looks a whole lot better than last time, but today we're putting injectors in it. We're finally going to up the injectors because, as I mentioned in the last video, we run out of injector about 6,200 RPM. Technically we run out probably closer to 6, but we're limiting it to 6,200 right now. So we have new injectors. They're used Gen 4 injectors. Forget the part number. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But they have been flow matched, cleaned up, and everything by WitchHunter Performance. Yeah, shout out to those guys. Awesome work on them. But since the truck is a Gen 3 truck, it's got the Multec connectors on it. We got to take those off and repin it for EV6s, and then go through and retune it, try to turn the RPM up, see what this cam will do higher in the range now that we'll have more fuel, get the injectors scaled, and all that good stuff. Alright, so this is the conversion that I was talking about earlier. These are Multec 2 connectors, and this is an EV6 connector. And these injectors, unlike the original ones, they use an EV6. So we're cutting these off, folding them back like that right there, clipping them back close to the connector. We have brand new Delphi, or Aptiv as it's now known, Aptiv connectors, grommets, pins, and secondary retainers, which I don't have over here right now. That's what the blue piece is. So we're clipping these off and repinning it to the EV6 setup so that we can plug these in. Just like that. So, got one done, 7 more to go. So we got the wires tucked a little bit differently than stock. They run on the back side of the fuel rail. Injectors are twisted around the opposite way. Kind of cleans up the appearance a little bit. The side's done the same way, though it's harder to tell because GM and their weird routing out of that branch makes it look chaotic. But new injectors are in, new connectors are on, buttoning everything up now. And then we just got to put a tune on it. So working on setting up the injector data for these, and we use part number 126134111. So that's what we're running on it, injector wise. We're gonna see how they do once we get the tune on this, and throw the wideband on too, because we're gonna have to retune above 6,200 because I have not gotten into that area due to being out of injector before. So the HP tuner work. Yeah, that's what we're working on now. Alright, so injectors are done, the tune's on it. Putting stall in. We've been fighting the transmission for a little bit, but Circle D 3200 stall going in here. It's been a little bit rough because of the poly mounts we put in it last time. Turns out they do their job, motor doesn't sag, and that top bolt up there was a nightmare. We're not putting the stud back up there. It'd be fine.
Okay.
Gonna do a little different. We're gonna re-engineer it.
Either that or beat the firewall. Or both.
Or both. Yeah.
I like both.
But transmission's down. Converter's gonna go in it.
It's warm in here.
And you know it's late, so we're just trying to get it done. But yeah. All right, it's a couple days later. The stall is in the truck. We got it done late the other night, and We were tired, just got the truck done, had some personal stuff to take care of, so we are back today. Put the wideband in the truck and do some tuning. Should be fun. We gotta turn it up for the injectors, bring the RPM up on the shift points, but since we've never been above 6,200 in the truck, we've got to make sure that the fuel is right up there. So I'm gonna get a wideband installed and then go do some runs on it. The wideband installed, so we've just got to do a few pulls, see what we're looking like. We're running open loop right now, forced open loop, trying to dial some stuff in. So yep, do a few pulls. We had to stop and get some gas. Scott forgot to put some gas in his truck, so yeah, had to head into the store, the old Victor Express, get some fuel in here so we can get back to tuning. A lot of drivability tuning right now. We're tuning VE, so it's a whole lot of driving around, just getting the cells right, and then you know, do some power pulls here in a minute. Whenever you want, we can go ahead and do a little pull on it.
Let me let this car get done.
Right here in our private testing grounds. Adjustment on the transmission made a world difference.
Oh, yeah. Caught that gear. Went.
From the looks of it, looks like we got the commanded RPM too. We need to do a low pull where we kick down into first, get it pulled through second, and then we'll do. On the way back, I got a road we'll go down to do a test hit from a dig, and we'll try just an unloaded hit, and then we'll try one stalled up. See what we're looking at. AFR look good, no knock. You got like 1 degree in there, but your header's screwing this thing, so sometimes you'll get a little blip from that. Yeah, 20, 25, somewhere in that range.
We're at 20.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That felt good.
She likes that timing too, I think, though. It feels a little stronger up top.
We were spinning. I hit it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Strong, man.
It's got a very distinct feel. Those big ass tires start spinning.
That's a one thing I can't tell from the passenger seat is what it feels like when it's spinning. Some vehicles I can tell, some I can't feel. It's kind of like whenever I'm driving the Vet and it starts to let go at certain points. If you're riding it, you can't feel it. Driving it, you can tell it's doing it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just watching the speedometer go up and feeling the ass end just walk slightly.
Yeah, that's kind of what the Vet feels like. It's that little wiggle it's got in it where you're like, I don't think the tires are grabbing on this. But yeah, so that's the BTR Stage 4 cam. What's the stall of this thing again? 3,000?
3 to 32.
3 to 32. Circle D stall. Yeah, it's doing a whole lot better. better than without the stall.
Oh yeah.
It would not try to turn tire over before.
Hell no.
Every time we tried it, after we did the tune on it with a cam in it, it was just, yeah, it'd fall on his face, sit around there for a minute, twiddle its thumbs, then it would kind of get up in the range. But yeah, that dip right there is the only thing I gotta worry about. And this is like a long sweeping curve. Try to do a stalled launch on it. See what we get out of that. Curves back to the left, but I think it's about like that curve. Biggest thing is just seeing what it'll launch like. All right, I'm gonna watch EP2 on this one. Something tells me you don't have a problem power braking this thing anymore.
No. No, I might have a problem with keeping tires on the bitch. So.
You might have that problem. Still got a little stutter in that 1.2. We'll check the logs when we get back and find out why it's doing that.
I didn't stall it up quite as high.
Alright, so VE tuning looked good, so we're on map tuning. We got Alex driving now instead of Scott. Scott wants to hear it from the outside, so.
You know, a real driver.
Calm down there, Ricky Bobby.
I can't see out.
Yep.
The windows are too dark.
Not used to driving a 10th, are you?
No, I'm not.
Alright, we're gonna go see what she does. We're gonna do the same thing we did earlier. We're gonna do a light stall and launch on it, and see what the VE looks like when we run it on up, or see what MAF looks like when we run it on up in RPM. Make sure we're still good.
So I'm gonna stall it out here and take it.
Yep. Stop, hold it totally still. Stop about 2,500.
Oh.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Launch it.
Ah, dang it, Bobby!
Woo!
I want this truck. I want this thing so bad.
I don't know why it locked out throttle. We might have got some traction control on that. You just dead hit it. Alright. Alright. You good? Alright, so we're done with the truck. Whole lot better. Stall made all the difference in the world. The tune's a lot better. It's shifting out. It's about 65, 50, somewhere in that range when it shifts out. We're on a stock 4L60E, so we don't want to push our limits too bad, but it's definitely still in the power band. It's a whole lot router. Lights the tires up with ease. Definitely would recommend a stall with a stage 4 cam. Scott's gonna need new tires soon. Scott, how do you feel about it?
I can't wait to drive it. Looking forward to this for damn sure.
Yeah, it's a lot better. Whole lot better. So there'll be more videos coming soon. We're gonna try to get it on the dyno. No set timeline on that, but here as it warms up a little bit, we'll try to get it scheduled, get it on the dyno and do some more playing around with it. But yeah, so that's it for Project Luci, episode 2.